It's always fun making a TBR when you've got to fill out prompts for a readathon. Hey everyone, welcome back to Andrew's Wizardly Reads, and as always, I am Andrew, and today we are doing my September TBR, and this is going to be a good one because we are doing the first ever readathon in the Wizards Enclave Discord. This is something that I've been kind of kicking around with the moderators for a while, and we are happy to announce that September is the month that it is taking place. I believe we called it something like the Battle for Wizardly Supremecy or something along those lines. And so it's an 8-book readathon. So I've got 8 books that fit these and then 3 or 4 that don't. But before we get into that, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, as it does help the channel grow. And you can check the description box down below for links to all of my social media, including information about my Patreon. And that said, guys, we should just probably dive right on into this because I'm excited. I'm jumping around. I've got that energy, and I just kind of want to talk about this. So, right off the bat, we have got Shadow March by Tad Williams. And this is something that Nico and I have been kind of kicking around and talking about buddy reading for the last year, at least since before we did the Wheel of Time reread that we did earlier this year that I bailed out on way too early. Well, I didn't bail out super early. I bailed out at book 10 because book 10 is awful. But the rest of the books are great. But it's finally time to be reading Tad Williams' Shadow March. And I don't know a whole lot about Shadow March other than the fact that I've been wanting to read it for about 15 years now. So I'm very excited and nervous to finally be reading new to me Tad Williams. It's been a long time since I've done so. Then I've got some review copies, and I'm very happy to finally be getting to these review copies. And one of those is the Tome of Haran. And this is one of 2 buddy reads that I am doing with Kay from Kay's Hidden Shelves. This is by Damian Francis. And you may think, oh, that's super readable, Andrew. You'll blast through that in no time. Look how small the type is. So this one is deceptively chunky, because even in this state, this is, 540 pages with probably 800 pages of content. It is just super compact, but I'm excited to get into this because I know that I have been sent a revised edition that has corrected some things, and I'm very excited to dig into that. I've had that on my shelf for too long. I've had it on there for probably 9 months at the very, very least. But yeah. The last book that is not fulfilling any prompts on the readathon is John Palladino's Buzzard's Bowl, and this is the nice hardcover edition. I have made sure to Mylar wrap this to protect it because I am in love with this naked hardcover. Look at that. You know you want it if you're not reading this series. I don't know what you're doing, because if you like grimdark fantasy, John Palladino is where it is at. So I've been really looking forward to this. This is actually my patron pick for the month of September. Leslie the Nerdy Narrative. Got to select any book off of my active TBR. And currently, right now, my active TBR is all the series that I have in progress. And immediately, she chose Buzzard's Bowl, which is fitting because the book is dedicated to her. And yeah, I'm so excited to get into this. I'm so excited! Okay, now for the readathon books. And we've got 8 of them. Like I said, you can only read a max of 8 books. There's party prompts, there's team-specific prompts, but you can choose from all over the place. And a review copy that I've had on my shelf for far too long is The Stray Spirit by R.K. Ashwick. This is the Lute Song Book 1, and this fulfills prompt number 1 on the Bard team, which is basically a book with a musical item on the cover. That is a lute. That qualifies, and I think this is like a cozy fantasy, and it's been a while since I've read a cozy fantasy. I don't tend to reach for cozy fantasies all that often, but whenever I do, I enjoy them, so fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that one does it for me. Then the next one is prompt number 6, and that is a cover that features a landscape, and for this one, I'm going to be doing Pirate Abba's The Wandering Inn Volume 2. This is an incredibly long book. I believe the audiobook is like 60 hours long. So I'm probably going to start this at the tail end of August. You can start something in August as long as you read the majority of it in September. And I don't think that that's going to be an issue considering it's 60 hours long. So that is going to be filling that prompt. And then the next up is 10. And that is the warrior prompt. And you would think, hey, if it's that long, why wouldn't you just, I don't know, use that for the Wandering Inn? Well, that's because this is the end of the Empire trilogy, Mistress of the Empire, and it is, in fact, a chunky book. And so I thought, why not? I will fulfill a read-along requirement over on the Library of Alexandria's Discord, and I get to wrap up a trilogy and read a fantastic series. So I decided to go with that. Now, I am team captain of the Warriors, which I should have said earlier. So I am trying to fulfill all of the Warrior prompts, and I think I did. Up next, we've got prompt number 11, which is also the Warrior. And this is one with a sword on the cover. And I know there was a prompt about assassins. I know it's literally called Age of Assassins. I'm fully aware. I'm fully aware that I did this. But you can see right there, he's holding a sword. And so for that reason, I wanted to fulfill my team's prompts first and went with the Warrior prompt, weapon on the cover. And then prompt number 12 is basically something about a war. And this is going to be the Warrior team buddy read. And that is The Pariah by Anthony Ryan. This is Covenant of Steel number 1. This was the first Anthony Ryan book I ever purchased. And now it's going to be the 7th book of his that I've ever read. So I don't know why I've done that all flop-sided. You would think if it's the first one I purchased, I would have read that one first. Not so. Not the case. But yeah, that's, I guess, just the way my brain works. That said, the rest, or I should say most of the rest of the ones that I have to talk about are digital. And I don't own these physically. So number 14 is a wizard prompt with a wizard on the cover. And we're going to go Jake's Magical Market for this one. And essentially, this is another patron thing. Oh, I should have mentioned that the Age of Assassins is the patron buddy read for the next 3 months. We're going to be just focusing on that trilogy. And then back to this one. This is the patron one where essentially for my Wizard Adept tier and up, my patrons can submit a book that's not on my TBR into my TBR. And then every other month, I will select one of these. And this month, it was Jake's Magical Market. And I'm very excited for this one. And now I know he doesn't look super like a wizard, but like he's like brewing a potion on the cover, and there's like smoke and stuff like that. And so I'm just going to go ahead and use it for that prompt just because he could be a wizard. I don't know. I haven't read the book yet. I don't know. And then the next prompt is number 18, which is a party prompt. The last two are party prompts, which are just catch-all. They're not team-specific. Not that it matters. But essentially, this is Dungeon Crawler number 6. And prompt number 18 is a book in a dungeon setting. And it's in the name, Dungeon Crawler Carl. So this is book number 6, The Eye of the Bedlam Bride. And I'm super excited for this because not only is it Jeff Hayes, but it's also Travis Baldry and Patrick Warburton. And I'm so excited for this audiobook. I have been waiting ever since I got caught up on the series for this one, so it's about time. And then the final book that I plan to be reading in September, keyword is plan. A lot of these are very big, chunky books. Lately, my TBRs have been getting derailed by mood reading, so yay, I should probably go back to MBRs. But this is the Void Walker Collection by Derek Bailey. This is the second buddy read that I have got going with Kay from Kay's Hidden Shelf. This is SFF Collection, and essentially this is, I believe, a collection of 8 short stories set in a single world. I believe that is correct. I received this very kindly from the author quite a while ago, and I have been waiting for this specific buddy read to dive into it. So this is the Void Walker Collection. Gorgeous purple cover. And yeah, I'm very excited to see what this is all about. Those are the 12 books that I plan to read in September of 2023. Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you participating in the readathon? And what books are you going to be using to fulfill those prompts? And yeah, I'm just hoping an overall victory for my team, or at least not to place dead last. That said, guys, that's all I really got for you today. So till next time, peace out. Stay magical. Bye. And as always, I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons. I could not do this without you.